Biker TV is brought to you by Parts Canada and Drag Specialties. We support the sport. Royal Distributing, Canada's power sports leader. Wasp Cam, film, edit, share, prove it. Welcome to Biker TV, by bikers, for bikers. This week on Biker TV, cool bikes at the 3rd Annual Halifax Motorcycle Show. Don Fergan and CMDRA motorcycle drag racing action in Medicine Hat, Alberta. But first, tech tips with WALLY.
Hi everybody, welcome to Biker TV, Tech Tips with WALLY. This week I thought we'd have a look at fasteners and locking devices. You know, we look at our motorcycle, there's all different types of fasteners everywhere. There's Allen heads, there's Torx, there's nuts, there's bolts, there's 12-point, there's 6-point, there's shorter and longer. Some use locking devices, some don't use locking devices. Some you use oil in the threads, some you don't use oil in the threads. Some you torque to inch-pounds, some you torque to foot-pounds. It gets pretty confusing. Well, let's have a look at them and see if we can sort some of this out. I'm going to start off with these two fasteners right here. They look pretty much the same, but not really. I can see by looking at them myself, one seems to be a little bit more high quality than the other one, and they come from different sources. This one in my left hand is a genuine Harley-Davidson fastener. This one came from a bolt bin that is just fasteners that were purchased at a hardware store. Nowadays we know a lot of things are made overseas. Sometimes the quality might be a little bit questionable. This one I got from a Harley-Davidson part number out of a Harley-Davidson bag. I know the quality is going to be good because Harley has tested this fastener. I know the finish on the fastener is going to be a finish that's probably going to not corrode in a short period of time. Well, this one, I don't know. It might not. But I don't want to test it out on my bike and find out. That being said, I can tell you my newest motorcycle, which is a 1988, has 240,000 kilometers on it. I don't have any corroded fasteners on the bike, and it's been a lot of rain over the years. So, are the genuine fasteners worth a little bit more money? Is it actually worth it? To me it is. This might be just as good, but I don't really know. There's different locking devices that we use on fasteners. One I've got here is just your simple lock washer. And basically what it is, it's just a little round washer that's kind of bent offset. And when you tighten your fastener down, it just puts pressure on the fastener against whatever it's tightening up to and stops your fastener from backing off. Another type of fastener or nut, locking nut that we use on our motorcycles in some applications is an eye lock. This is a one-use only. We want to discard it and use a new eye lock the next time around. Here's another kind of a unique fastener, and this is once again is a genuine Harley-Davidson fastener. If you look at it, you can see it has a lock patch on it. And what a lock patch is, it's Loctite that's already been applied to the threads of the fastener by the factory. So when you go to use this, you don't have to put Loctite on it. It's already on there. It's important because it had Loctite on it, or lock patch on it in the first place, that the second time you go to use it, you'd also have Loctite on there. Here's another one. You can see this fastener. It's a different type. It's not an Allen head. It doesn't have a washer on it. It's more of a regular bolt with the threads coming right up to the head. But you can see the lock patch quite clearly on this one. Again, once you've used this, when you take it out, if you go to reuse it, you're going to have to clean that old Loctite off, and you're going to have to clean the Loctite out of the threads that this was into. Now, another question that comes up sometimes to me is, should you put a lubricant on the threads of a fastener? Well, the answer is yes and no. The answer is yes if they tell you to put a lubricant on, and the answer is no if they don't say to put a lubricant on. Because if you put a lubricant on the threads, it actually reduces the friction. So if you lubricate threads that you shouldn't, and you torque them to specs, especially if you went to the high end of the torque, you're probably at that point over-torquing the fastener. And if we over-torque things, we can warp them, we can actually damage the fastener, we can damage the threads we're putting it into, we can snap it off. All sorts of bad things can happen. There's a whole lot of fasteners, they all have different torques. Watch if they're inch-pound, if they're foot-pound when you're putting them in. Extremely important that you use a torque wrench so you don't break fasteners, don't strip threads. Make sure you have the proper fastener for the application that you're doing, and your motorcycle is going to stay together for a long time.
Stick around. After the break, Don Fergan and CMDRA motorcycle drag racing action in Medicine Hat, Alberta.
Royal Distributing, Canada's power sports leader. Shop online, by phone, or visit any of our 4 huge superstores. Royal Distributing, Canada's power sports leader.
Be on national TV. Tour beautiful Kent County. Come ride for a great cause. The 2nd annual Chatham-Kent VON Ride.
Advanced welding techniques, training for success. Come see our new virtual training lab at advancedwelding.ca.
Bikertv is brought to you by The Rock and Wheel Ride with Sam Roberts and Chad Brownlee. The Boot Hill Hearse, shake the ground one last time. Hips Cycle, complete Harley-Davidson service, where Bikertv goes. The Shades of Hope Ride, riding for autism. Biketoberfest, live to ride.
Laidlaw Carriers, Van LP.
They pay me well, they have a good fuel surcharge calculation program, and they have the type of loads I like to haul in a dry van.
Now hiring company drivers and owner-operators.
Dragon Jeans, the authentic motorcycle jeans. Bikertv rides safe in Dragon Jeans. Dragon Jeans, what's covering your butt?
Challenger Motor Freight. We understand the movement of goods from anywhere to anywhere in the world. We connect the dots and add clarity to life. And that's what supply chain does. Challenger Motor Freight. join our team and go the distance.
Closed captioning by Bikertv merchandise. Shirts, DVDs, posters. By bikers, for bikers.
Welcome everyone to day 2 of the CMDRA Badlands Nationals, hosted by Ivan and the good folks at Medicine Hat Harley-Davidson. I want to welcome you back. We got a great track prep today. We're going to have some good runs. There's been lots of action yesterday. We've got some records to be broken, and again, the track is superbly prepped, and we're going to have a good time. So join us here on Bikertv for round 2 of the CMDRA Badlands Nationals. So how long you been doing this?
Oh, the Chaplain I've been doing probably 10 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And riding, I remember back at Race City way back when.
I made my first pass on a motorcycle in 1982, so that's 31 years ago.
And it's an addiction, I guess,
yes,
eh?
It is. Yeah.
Excellent. Can you tell us a little bit about the bike?
Well, it started out as a stock bike. We bought her used in about 8 years ago. We started first with just some extensions and a pipe on it. And then we put nitrous on it, and then we put the turbo on it, and it just, every year there's one more thing we find to bolt on it to see if it'll go faster.
What kind of horsepower is it making now?
I haven't dynoed this motor, but these motors typically will make 530 horse at about 32 pounds of boost.
And that's with no slick, no bar, just straight up, ready for the street.
Street legal, it's got a plate on it. I drive it down the Dairy Queen. It's not a daily driver, but we do drive it.
Excellent. Thanks very much, Ken.
Thank you, Don.
And Rob, I understand yesterday you set a new Canadian national record for Pro Street.
Yeah, I've had just an amazing day. Medicine Hat is just a fantastic track. And with Pro Street, as you know, traction is key, and the track prep was there, and we got to tune our bikes a little bit more aggressively, and it turned out really nice.
And what kind of numbers were that?
I ran 753 at 188 miles an hour with a 4.9 and 153 at the 8th.
Excellent. Real good time. Can you tell us a little bit about the bike?
The bike is a 2010 Hayabusa with the plastics, but it runs the old 02 frame and engine. It's basically a stock motor with like stock crank, stock cam, stock head, but it just has upgraded pistons and connecting rods to run the big turbo boost.
Right, and so it's turbocharged.
Absolutely, big Garrett GT35.
What kind of compression ratio?
I run a 9.5 to 1.
Excellent,
yeah.
Good. Good luck to you today, and hopefully you get a Canadian motorcycle drag racing record out of it too.
I sure hope so. Thanks, Don.
Excellent. Tell us about the Pro Mod bikes. They're kind of new technology. You're running turbocharged alcohol.
Yeah, turbocharged alcohol Hayabusa engines in a full slick and bar chassis. So 10.5-inch slick, mechanical fuel injection system, and they're set up to run high horsepower. It's the first time anybody's put a turbo alcohol setup in a Hayabusa in a slick and bar frame.
Right, mostly they just reserve them for pro street bikes, and now this new technology is moving over to Pro Mod.
Sure is, yeah, we thought why not? It starts with more power, let's keep going with it.
Tell us a little bit about the Pro Modified.
The Pro Modified is a gas nitrous bike. It's a heads-up class. You can run anything except nitromethane, and we just run just nitrous oxide on gas. There's people with turbos, alcohol, injection, everything in it. So.
Right. And what kind of record runs are you running with that?
We set a record last year with a 659.
659 and the mile an hour?
205.
So the turbo bikes get a little higher mile an hour, but you guys ET typically a little bit better. Yeah, so out of the hole a little bit more. How are you finding the traction out there?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So very good.
Traction is never an issue.
Not here it isn't. No. Very good track prep.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Len.
Thank you.
Clint used to run a Pro Mod bike, a metric bike, and now he switched over to Harley-Davidson. How's the bike working for you?
Actually, we're having a lot of fun with it. We did a couple races down the States with her and learned her and qualified #1 and won the races, and now we're starting to race on the CMDRA circuit and go up against the metric guys and see if we can't shake up the class a little bit by putting a big V-twin in there.
Now, if I stand corrected, I pulled a 729 yesterday.
Oh, 728, not that
728.
much different, but I mean it's coming around. we had a few issues. We've been chasing since Ashcroft, the previous race, and I think we found it. Now it's a matter of just turning up the screws on her and seeing where we can put her. I mean, ultimately we need to be, you know, 6s at 200, and you know that's our goal. One way or another, we're going to get there.
Yeah, baby steps.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell us a little bit about the bike?
Well, the bike it's a fairly unique one. There's probably there might only be about 2 or 3 in all of North America, especially with this design. It's the only nitrous one that we know of. It's 159 cubic inch Lozano Brothers Derringer type motor, same ones that the Pro Drag guys are using. So it's 159 cubic inch, 3-speed B&J transmission. You know, huge throttle bodies, Jessel heads. It's a really cool piece of equipment.
When we come back, cool bikes at the 3rd Annual Halifax Motorcycle Show.
Why pay more? Check us out. Royal Distributing, Canada's power sports leader. We have parts, accessories, and lots more for all makes of cruisers, V-twin and metric. Canada's largest selection of helmets and clothing. Shop our website, shop by phone, or visit any one of our huge superstores. Why pay more? Check us out. Royal Distributing, Canada's power sports leader.
Laidlaw Carriers Tank Sudbury office is now hiring quality owner-operators. Company drivers also wanted. 4 days on, 4 days off option. Our people and our equipment set us apart.
Task performance, so you want to go fast. Performance. Fantastic.
We take people that want to get into the industry, and we spend 15 weeks with them, and we prepare them to work in an authorized Harley-Davidson dealership as a technician. Harley-Davidson training. The sky's the limit.
Bikertv is brought to you by Bikertv Border Crossing Ride. Come out and support our troops. Universal Cycle. We don't just sell motorcycles, we sell motorcycling. Conquer Motorcycles. Ride and rock for kids, featuring Trooper. Kane's Harley-Davidson. Complete sales and service. The Bikertv, Universal Cycle, Ride to the National Drag Bike Finals.
Welcome to Bikertv, by bikers, for bikers. We're at the Halifax Motorcycle Show. It's in its 3rd year, and what an amazing success. Huge crowds, amazing bikes, fun for everyone. Let's get the kickstands up. It's a great turnout.
It's been fantastic. We've been, it was busting at the seams here yesterday.
Yeah.
And for Sunday afternoon, it's pretty good here right now as well.
So what all is going on here?
Well, we have all the major dealers from around Nova Scotia really here this weekend. We do have some manufacturer support for them as well. Kawasaki Corporate's here. Harley Davidson is supporting their dealer significantly with some nice display. We have stunt demos going on all weekend. We have some nice custom displays here this weekend, vintage displays, and show and shine going on.
So what does it take to be a village idiot?
Well, not a lot. Dedication, I guess.
Hey, where did you guys get the name for the club, Village Idiots?
Oh, it's something we came up with, just amongst ourselves.
Okay, and how long has the club been around?
We're into it for about 2 years now. It's more about friendship and families and biking, and we all tend to get along and have some fun. And this year we decided we'd try and raise some funds for our crones, and
okay.
We're working towards it.
I'm Rick Holohan. I was a builder of this bike here. Known for a lot of burnouts and being a bit of an actor, yeah.
Just a bit?
A little bit, yeah.
So tell us about your bike. What's going on?
It's an 07 Street Glide, and when I took the bike originally from the dealer, it was a 110-inch Street Glide. It was the very first one ever built this way. And I had custom painted it before we left the dealer, and the original engine never even saw gasoline. So we bumped it up to 110-inch, and we started playing with it, and I didn't feel that it really had enough power.
Of course not.
The first time around, right? So the second time we got around it again, and we got into a 120R, and we got into the computer of it, and we got into the suspension of it, and we started drag racing the bike. And the bike is capable of a high 10, but basically, to me, the computer dialed down just a little bit to make it streetable.
You drag race now, that's right.
Oh yeah, I've been drag racing when I was a kid with V8 baggers and stuff. So
right.
I just like playing with the big bikes, right? So.
Hi, I'm Slim McDowell. I'm with Stunt 902, a local stunt crew from Halifax. We're just trying to get the word out about ourselves, and we got a few really good riders out this weekend at Exhibition Park. Had a couple real good shows, a lot of positive input. It's been great.
So what do you do to set up for something like this?
Well, we have a polished concrete floor, so it's pretty difficult to do some wheelies on. But we put down some pop, sprayed her down, lots and lots of bottles, and just to get a little traction to get it up, clutch it up into a wheelie. But we had some fun this weekend.
So what do you guys got going on over here?
Just a little display of some of our wares. Some of the new bikes out for 214.
Is this one of the new ones here?
That's a new 2014 Jackpot. Yeah.
So
custom bike out of the box, 250 rear tire, right? Custom paint on it. Color keyed frame. Everybody that I've sold one to has been extremely happy with the product.
Do you ride yourself?
I sure do. Been riding for over 40 years.
Tell us about Green Eyed Airbrush Design.
It's a company I started about 5 years ago. I've been doing it for 8 years since I got out of the military, and just keeps progressing every year.
So what got you into that?
Always been an artist, and then I found an airbrush, and I love motorcycles, so it went from there.
Do you ride yourself?
Yep.
Do you? What do you ride?
05 Road Glide.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on.
It's just too dirty to be here at the moment.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Right?
I always tinkered with stuff as a kid, take stuff apart, maybe not put it always back together the same way. I have like a skateboarding, surfing background, and I got old and I couldn't break my bones anymore, so I had to trade it in for a bike, something a little more mature. We try to build everything from scratch in the shop, like all the micro switches and everything like that. We do all that. We're a full machine shop and welders and all that stuff. I guess they kind of got a, for lack of a better term, old school vibe.
Stay tuned for more action from the CMDRA Badlands Nationals in Medicine Hat.
Bikertv is brought to you by Bikertv Border Crossing Ride. Come out and support our troops. Universal Cycle. We don't just sell motorcycles, we sell motorcycling. Conquer Motorcycles, Ride and Rock, featuring Loverboy. Kane's Harley-Davidson, complete sales and service. The Bikertv, Universal Cycle, Ride to the National Drag Bike Finals.
Royal Distributing, Canada's power sports leader. Shop online, by phone, or visit any of our 4 huge superstores. Royal Distributing, Canada's power sports leader.
Atlantic Canada's largest motorcycle rally, the Wharf Rat Rally, Digby, Nova Scotia.
If you're at all interested in any type of training regarding motorcycles, I don't think there's a better place in the world. We're Canada's #1 motorcycle trainers.
Challenger Motor Freight. Once you get into trucking, it gets in your blood. There's something about it, you're connected to it. It's that movement of freight, that interaction of man and machine. Join our team and go the distance.
Dragon Jeans. Protect your assets. Dragon Jeans.
Challenger Motor Freight. We understand the movement of goods from anywhere to anywhere in the world. We connect the dots and add clarity to life. And that's what supply chain does. Challenger Motor Freight. Join our team and go the distance.
Bikertv is brought to you by Bikertv Border Crossing Ride. Come out and support our troops. Support the CMDRA, Motorcycle Drag Racing Action. Conquer Motorcycles, Ride and Rock, featuring Loverboy. The Cumberland Motorcycle Roundup, a rockin' Vancouver Island bike rally. Bikertv Advertising, we speak to millions.
We're in the pits here with the All-Steel Builders Top Fuel motorcycle ridden by Craig Pelrine. And can you tell us a little bit about the bike itself?
It's quite the ride. It's 150 cubic inch. It's pushing out about 850 horse. It's a little smaller than the other bikes, but we're just out to see what we can get done.
Right. You have run some 6-second 200-mile-an-hour quarter miles this year, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. I was down in Grand Bend. I was running 670s all day, over 200, and my fastest run on it was a 661 and high mile an hour at 226.
Right. Excellent. That's flying. That's really flying. You got a couple of pro drag bikes?
Well, we started with 3 this weekend, but we had a minor catastrophe with one of them yesterday, so we're down to 2. We're trying to get back into the 7s. I've got some new guys on the bikes, so they're just getting some seat time and learning it. Obviously not running quite as well as our competition this weekend, but we hope to go out and change that this round.
How's things going today?
We'll see. It's been a bit of a challenging week. A few brand new components that weren't made properly, and we've been chasing our tails a bit, but I think we got a handle on it. We'll see. First round's coming up. Hopefully we can lay down a respectable number and get into the finals.
Excellent. Can you tell us a little bit, we're watching you pack the chute here. Can you tell us about the parachute, which seems to be a new thing on top fuel bikes in the last couple of years?
Yeah, I was in Australia a few years ago. Everybody had them. I talked to the guys. I came back, put one on, And within, I think, 18 months, pretty much everybody in the class has got one. I know guys were playing with them in years previous, but safety is absolutely our #1 priority out here, and this track has some pretty big dips in it. So for sure, Medicine Hat, we plan on going real quick, and we want to be able to stop safely.
Excellent. At what point would you pull the chute?
As quick as possible. Pretty much as soon as you cross the finish line is ideal. And on these bikes, you know, 200, you don't even know if the chute opened. You can't feel it. 220, you feel a little jerk, and if you hit it at 230, it's a good jerk, but it's refreshing because you know it's going to help you slow down.
Excellent. Yeah, and then so you don't run out of real estate at the top end of the track.
Absolutely right.
Can you tell us a little bit about the bike?
We got about a 2001 weekend chassis with a PRP motor in it. It's 175 cubic inch. Only a little 13-gallon fuel pump, nothing fancy, old stack dyno ignitions. We've successfully dynoed this engine, making 896 horsepower and over 1,200 foot-pounds of torque. Lots of fun, nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. We're current CMDRA mile-per-hour record holders at 222.99.
I'm Don Fergan, your host for the CMDRA on Biker TV. We've got all the finals wrapped up. I want to thank Ivan from Medicine Hat Harley Davidson for sponsoring the event, and see you all next time.
We all take pride in our rides. Send us a picture of your sweet bike, and it might be on national TV. 2 wheels, good enough for Biker TV. Like us on Facebook and check us out at bikertv.ca. We all take pride in our rides. Send us a picture of your sweet bike, and it might be on national TV. Next week on Biker TV, the Dutch Mason Blues Fest in Truro, Nova Scotia with the Blues Brothers. We're in Brantford, Ontario, hanging with the boys at Hip Cycle. We're checking out the Boot Hill Hearse with Hank Brower and Tech Tips with Wally. Biker TV is brought to you by Wasp Cam. Film, edit, share, prove it. Royal Distributing, Canada's power sports leader. Parts Canada and Drag Specialties. We support the sport.
We should have met years ago when we were younger. Live life from a storybook to fill virtue's hunger. Running wild and